Hello, my name is Rogeru, and I'm joined by my co-host, NGParadox. I am playing as Tunisia, NGParadox is Serbia. Can you remind us where we left off last episode?
I was about to say, actually, should you say
I'm sorry?
because on my screen your country's called Tunis.
Tunis.
So should it be called? Yeah, you said Tunisia.
Well, the capital is Tunis. I thought the country was properly referred to as Tunisia. At least I think it was in previous versions of the game.
At the moment, it's just called Tunis.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was always called Tunisia in previous versions. Maybe that is the proper name, just calling it Tunis. I guess I can refer to it as Tunis. Sure.
It doesn't matter. I was just wondering because it just says Tunis. I know, obviously, the country nowadays.
What is it referred to as nowadays?
Tunisia.
Oh. Well, that makes it pretty easy. Oh, it doesn't look like Mazab here has any allies. Why is that? Why did you lose your allies? Mazab, did you want to be eaten up that quickly?
I need chips. Realize this.
You need chips.
Yeah.
Now, is that the British chips, like French fries, or like
No,
crisps?
Chips. Chips.
Oh, I thought you were hungry. Sorry.
Yeah, the whole thing about chips is really confusing for Americans and English.
Is it for the Brits? You guys get confused by our usage of chips?
Well, no, it's just whenever I say chips, Americans get confused because they're like, "Wait, do you mean our chips or your chips or which chips?"
Yeah, we just went into that. I was confused.
And at the moment, I'm in China, and I talk to Chinese people, and they hate chips because it just gets annoying because they don't know the differences, and it's very confusing for them.
Now, do they just hate the terms, the terminology, or do they actually hate French fries?
Oh, just the terminology, yeah, because they get confused by which one is which.
So
and why.
they have both French fries and crisps, chips and crisps. Yes. In China.
Well, they have the American Lays, so they basically have everything we have. It's kind of weird. They're very American.
Yeah, well, I've heard that in like the larger provinces, but I'm in like the rural regions. I don't know. I've heard it's very different the further out into the country that you get.
Definitely, yeah. If you go into the countryside in China, yeah, it's very different. But in the city, it's basically like anywhere else in the West. You know, where I'm at the moment, there's a Walmart.
Oh wow, a Walmart. Well,
Yeah.
that'll make you feel like you're at home.
I'm.
Sorry,
don't have Walmarts in Britain.
you just cut out. Did you say there are no Walmarts in Britain?
Yeah, we don't have any Walmarts in Britain at all.
I was pretty sure they had a bunch in Europe, at least in France, right?
I don't know about France, but I know in England we don't have Walmart. Walmart bought a company
Oh, I don't doubt that.
already in England,
Yeah.
or like Asda. Walmart now own them.
Asda.
Yeah.
Wow, what a name. I really want to build 5 cavalry because Muslims have a great force limit for that, like a army composition for that, but God, they're expensive.
Well,
can
I
build
have a lot of money
5.
actually right now.
How many are you running right now?
Quite well for running. I have 162 gold.
Nice. Now,
Not too bad.
I had better boost my stability up here or I'm going to get some angry comments. You're not playing the game right. Increase your stability. And yeah, I agree. I am not playing the game right. Need to boost that back up and... just be a good player here. But I do have my 3 vassals right below me, the Fazan, Jared, and Togurtz. They are all my vassals. I think I'm going to feed Mazab just directly to Togurtz, so I don't have to bother with any more admin cost on that front. And maybe
You're going a bit robotic-y.
Yeah, we keep cutting out on each other. You go a bit robotic-y, I can't, like, you cut out halfway through and I'm going robotic-y. It's real not good right now.
It's not too bad. Now it's perfectly fine, actually.
Yeah, maybe I just have to keep talking. Let's see. I can hire a free military leader. I just leveled up my military tech, so I think that's a good idea in case my leader suddenly dies for some reason. I have a little bit extra money, so I think I'll just...
Yeah.
Huh?
I was going to say, how are you feeling about Art of War so far, then? Have you found the downloadable content?
Well, I'm really liking the army builder so far. With my small country at the moment, not a lot of money coming in, not a lot of manpower. I haven't found use for it yet in this campaign, but in other campaigns, for sure, the army builder saves so much time. Unrest, I like a lot. It's a lot easier to control revolts, know when they're going to pop up. You get this little indicator off on the side, 5% iBody zealots, and you'll know when that's going to tick up to 100%, so you'll know when to be ready. It's just great. So much more user friendliness with this patch, this DLC.
There's a lot of the features they've changed are for the better, such as, the rebels. A lot of people seem to like it. The papacy looks much better.
The papacy I love. The papacy is a lot easier to understand. Well, at least I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely more interesting. Yeah, because you can buy things with papal influence now, whereas before it was just this arbitrary amount of just arbitrary number that would tick up, and then you'd click on the automatically spend points to gain papal influence, and yeah, it just wasn't very interesting.
Yeah, it was like a button you push and then you leave it to automatically put the influence on it.
I have found that it's a lot harder to get papal influence now. Like, you can spend 100 years to get that 100 papal influence. It's well worth it, but it takes a long time. And now, you're Orthodox, so I don't even think that you get to play with that.
I think it's pronounced papal.
Papal?
Yeah.
Like paper?
The papacy.
I don't know.
I know, maybe I'm wrong there. I really hate things like pronunciation. I teach English, but I hate pronunciation and stuff.
Well, I guess it's different, depending on your dialect, where you're from. Papacy.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter. We all understand what you mean.
Yeah, like, we're talking about the same thing here.
Yeah.
I have seen the papacy grow pretty strong in these recent patches. I don't know if that's due to any changes. I don't think it is, but yeah, very recently I've seen them take over a lot of Naples. Definitely Ancona, which Naples has taken in our game here, and that's weird. Yeah, they're... Have you played an Italian game playing as the papal state?
You've completely cut out.
Darn American to Chinese connection.
There you are. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Good. Have you played the papal state recently, or at all in EU4?
I don't think I've ever in my whole history. I used to play EU3 a lot as well. I've never even played papal states.
Well, they have this neat decision once you, more piety. I think they have this neat decision, like I was saying, when they have taken over the entirety of Italy, they can create this nation called the Kingdom of Heaven on Earth, and it disables the papacy, and they just become this big papal power in Italy instead of, just regular Italy.
Yes, I've heard of that. That could be fun, but I don't know why. It's never interested me to play as them.
It can be a little boring because you don't get a lot of the mechanics that you otherwise would not playing as the papacy. And, just the government system, the papacy. Not very interesting in my opinion, but it makes for a good challenge, especially once France starts getting big. France has this mission to eat Savoy. Savoy is in the Italian region, so you have to fight France to take those very last few provinces most of the time to actually form the Kingdom of Heaven on Earth. It's a tough challenge.
Ooh, I've just seen that Grenada has completely gone. That could be bad for you. Spain could come into Africa.
Well, actually, Ceuta, which was controlled by Portugal, has just flipped back to Morocco. Morocco's a little stronger now. That's worrisome for me. I'm going to have to go head on with them at some point, even though we are allied now.
You've cut out a bit.
Oh, more cutting out.
It's funny, every time you go on a long sentence, you cut out, and then as soon as you finish, it goes back to normal.
Oh, maybe the connection is trying to tell me something there. Talking too much.
Yeah. It was interesting though, it was perfectly fine just a second ago. At the last recording we did. And suddenly now, boop.
Well, it's just something we're going to have to try and deal with, maybe fix a little bit.
Yeah, hope maybe when we start the next one, we'll try and see if we can fix that. But there's not much we can do about it right now.
True enough. Let's just try and hope it works for the moment.
Yep.
I'm going to declare on Mazab.
But the one thing I found recently about Art of War is the fact that because I used to play a lot of EU4, that's why I got into the game. A lot of the new mechanics I completely forget about sometimes. Or don't know how to, like the army builder. I have not used the army template yet, just because I'm not that bothered. I'm so used to doing it normally that it doesn't really bother me. Unless like I had a big nation, like if I had a massive empire. But most of the time I don't tend to use it.
Yeah, if you're playing as a smaller nation, it's usually a lot easier not to create that template when you're starting out. Yeah, as you said, when you get a bigger nation, it can save a lot of time. But for the moment, yeah, I really wouldn't bother with it until you have more than just Serbia and Bosnia under your control.
Yeah.
Come on, vassals. There are two province minor. You can take them out. Tagort is just not moving. Come on, guys. Do I have to go over and stomp on their face for you? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, I think I was right about Tunis. I'm pretty sure they were Tunisia. This is bothering me.
Not a big deal, really.
No, and I saw in your videos, you've named the series Tunis and Serbia, right? Something along those lines. And I've named mine Tunisia and Serbia. We're just disagreeing here, even on the titles.
Well, I'm just going to go with what it says. It says Tunis. I'm going to call it Tunis.
Yeah. It's Tunis now, at least. Tagort is sieging down Mazab. Well, the province Mazab. They're not touching Laguat. After I destroy their army here, maybe they'll move in on that.
So what is your plan at the moment then? Are you expanding or are you like vassalizing them?
Well, in a way, I'm expanding. Like, I've taken 3 countries just by peacefully vassalizing them. And that's saving me a bunch on admin points at the moment. For
okay.
Mazab, I think I'm just going to feed that to Tagort, honestly.
I can see, yeah, they're all your vassal, Fazan, Jared.
Yeah, so I'm a lot bigger than I look at the moment.
Yeah, I was about to say, I looked over and I can't see the other places between Lemson and Jared. I can't see the places in between there.
Oh, so you can't even see this war that I'm conducting right now. It's not a big war, just 2 provinces, and it's going to be over real soon here. Just wiped out their army in Laguat. Gonna see if Jared is going to go siege that down for me. In fact, I'm going to use... Go ahead.
I have no idea. I have no idea how Poland is losing this war. Apparently he's on but he's kicking their ass.
From what I see, Poland definitely isn't losing. They've sieged down Marameros and Zemplin.
Yeah, so I don't really understand what's going on there.
Who all are they in war against right now? It looks like they're attacking the Teutonic Order, trying to take Newmark. And they've lost war score from 23 battles. Like, overall, they've just been losing battles.
Yeah. Well, they're fighting Teutonic Order, Hungary, and Livonian Order.
They've got all of the Teutonic Order siege down except for Marienburg and Memel, so their war is going to be over pretty soon, it looks like.
Well, Hungary's taken one of my places, but at the moment he's in the hills. I don't really want to attack him.
Are they sitting on, like, Serbia, Bosnia, Donji, Kraji?
They're sitting on, yeah, Donji, Kraji. I'm just going to let them take it. It's not a big deal. But it looks like Moldavia is going to go and take them out, so I'm going to go and support him.
How big is Moldavia's army? Like, they start the game as a march now, so they should be pretty big.
He has 8,000, it looks like, at the moment.
8,000's a lot,
you know,
for a 3-province.
3-province, yeah. This is me.
Why am I losing so much money? I'm losing almost 4 ducats a month. Oh, I was just reinforcing. That's all that was. Alright, we're back to normal now. It looks like I'm going to have to take Laguat and give Mazab to Tagort. Yeah, that's going to be the way I'm going to have to do this. The Ottomans have just declared war on those Anatolian Beyliks I was talking about earlier. So you're not going to have to deal with them anytime soon.
That's good. But luckily he's taken Dul-Qadir. That means they're probably coming to conflict now with the Mamluks, which is what I want.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like, they're going to have a direct border now. Some border friction. That'll be good for you. And maybe I can start expanding into Mamluk territory with the help of the Ottomans after they take that. After they take Dul-Qadir.
Actually, it's kind of funny. Yeah, you would want the Ottomans to win to weaken the Mamluks, and I would want the Mamluks to win to weaken the Ottomans.
Yeah, well,
we might end up having like a puppet war where we're both trying to support one and the other.
if I can keep calling the Ottomans into war against the Mamluks, they're just going to be so exhausted by constant warfare that they're not going to bother with you, I don't think.
Are you allied with the Ottomans?
I am. We've been allied since like episode 1. Level 1? What am I talking about? Oh, that war just ended and I clicked off. What happened there?
I would ally with the Mamluks.
Teutonic Order will cede Kulm to Poland.
Oh wait, you can... Oh, I've already...
You're cutting out
Hungary will
too,
give
bud.
Poland 10% of their income.
Hello? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, man, it's bad, this episode. Connection is cutting out all over the place. Well, since our connection is going so bad right now, I think we're going to call it here.
It's fine.
We're going to try and fix that up in between episodes here. If you enjoyed the series so far, please consider hitting like and subscribing to whoever you happen to be watching if you're a newcomer to either one of our channels. I have been Rogeru, and my co-host here has been NGParadox, playing as Tunisia, Tunis, and Serbia. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.